I want to introduce myself.
Please.
As Anton Razzouk, the son of Jacob Razzouk.
Tell me a bit about the family business, when it started, and how long it's been in the family.
Jacob, my father, has tattooed for more than 50 years, and he has tattooed very important people in his history of tattoo. He has tattooed the Emperor Haile Selassie when Haile Selassie came and took refuge in Palestine.
Wow.
And he was staying at the King David Hotel, which is just opposite where we are sitting now. And they called my father and they said the emperor wants to get a certificate of his pilgrimage.
Wow.
Since a tattoo is not a decorative thing for the pilgrims, it's more a certificate of their pilgrimage. And it is the way to heaven, according to many Christians. Since more of our customers are rather pilgrims than intellectual tourists.
Yes.
The tattoo family has not been stopped during all the history of 700 years, even with the ups and downs, with the wars, politics.
And they saw that a lot of pilgrims here actually are interested in getting a tattoo, even back in the day. So they saw that the business here is way better than it is back in Egypt. And that's why they stayed here. And why Jerusalem? I think Jerusalem is the best pilgrim hotspot in the world, because this is where it happened. This is the whole, the Bible. Everything happened mostly in Jerusalem. Of course, all over Israel, but the beginning and the end happened here. And a lot of, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the Via Dolorosa, everything is in Jerusalem. That's why pilgrims care to come here. So we being here with those, Jerusalem crosses, I think it's meant to be.
They get the tattoo as a key to heaven, because when you have the tattoo on your hand, it prevents you from committing a crime, from committing a sin. Usually you see the sign of the cross on your hand, you remember Jesus and his, crucifixion, and he came to save us, so we don't want to make the sins to be going to hell, let's say, for the many sins that we might commit.
Getting a tattoo is not as bad as killing somebody. You're getting a tattoo and you're not just getting, a devil's sign, or you're getting a cross tattooed on your body for you to remember and to show people that you are a Christian. That's a sign of proud show. So in my opinion, it's not as big of a sin as it is. I don't know if it even is a sin. It's a thing, because in the Bible, I think it's written that you shall not mark your body with the dead. By the dead, they mean, when you burn somebody, when you incinerate, when you get the dust and you tattoo yourself with it. This is totally different. This is a different way to tattoo. Tattoo represents something that you believe in, and whether it's faith in God or faith in whatever people believe in, or any other kind of beliefs that you have, mindsets that you have, all that stuff. And a lot of people actually don't care for that stuff. They just get a tattoo for the aesthetic of it, because it looks good, because it whatever. And I respect that. That's why we don't just do the stamps. We do all kinds of tattoos. It's a fun business. I prefer doing this rather than working a 9 to 5 in an office, because here you get to talk to a lot of people, experience a lot of everything. You hear a lot of stories, you meet a lot of different people. It's fun to work with people.
And they started, the first grandfather who came to Palestine took a small table to the closest place to the Holy Sepulchre. And of course, no electricity at the time. It was all hand done.
Wow.
Even the ink was done by hand. It's nothing like now, it's like commercial. You can buy the machine, you can buy the ink, and you can. Not, before, it was a secret. Now I'll let you know, they used to burn at home many oil lamps.
Okay.
Many oil lamps, like let's say 10, 15 oil lamps. or 20 oil lamps and collect the soot, S-U-I-T,
Yeah.
from the wick of the oil lamp.
Yeah.
Over the burning wick will have the soot come on a clay pot that was standing on a tripod.
Yeah.
They made the tripod, they made their own, wick,
Yeah.
and he used to burn the candle or the oil lamp, and slowly, every 2-3 weeks, from all the 20 burning oil lamps, he will be able to collect only enough for 1 month or 2 months ink. The ink was not replaceable.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing was changed. Even the needle was the same needle.
Wow.
But because it was the holy way of making it, there was never any infection
Yeah.
or any pilgrim who had any problem with his tattoo.
Along the way, those stamps came. They were hand carved by my ancestors on olive wood as a way to transfer the design to the skin, because back then obviously there were no printers, no laptops, no whatever. So this was their way of doing it. And those stamps were passed on from one generation to the next until we happen to this day. Obviously, with a lot of time, a lot of things get lost or broken. So we have a lot of the originals, broken originals, and a lot of copies as well, because the original ones either got lost or broken with time. So we don't know where they are.
My father invented his first electric machine.
Really?
He was sitting at home, and the electricity at our home was something new. And there was a doorbell. Somebody rang the bell, friend coming to the house. So my father looked at the vibrating, let's say, iron bar or so.
Yeah, in the doorbell?
In the doorbell.
Yeah.
And he thought, oh my God, this will be my first machine, electric machine.
Wow.
And he bought one electric bell and worked on it and made, a nozzle. He made it ready for a tattoo machine.
Wow.
Now, since many people wanted to learn the tattoo, and it was a family heritage that shouldn't be gone to other families, my father used to cover his machine with a leather cover.
To keep
Nobody
it secret. How it worked?
How it worked
Wow.
was more a secret,
Intellectual property protection.
Absolutely. Besides, the ink that was secret, how it was
Yes.
made, the machine was also. Then we developed the machine slowly, in such a way that now everything is changeable. You change the needle, even the ink is changed for every customer.
What I think I would do if I had the chance to do is probably, although we do have ambassadors around the world, what I mean by ambassadors, that people with their own tattoo parlors, they come here and practice with us and learn the history and the tradition. They get a certificate and copies of our stamps to do them at their own respective tattoo parlors. But what I think I would do as well is open a different branch in a certain part of the world. But the only downside with that, I think, is that it wouldn't be in Jerusalem, so it wouldn't be as traditional. Although it is, authentic, it is what it is. It's Razzouk tattoo, but it's just not in Jerusalem. So you're kind of limited right there. You always strive to become bigger and better and better and better,
Yeah.
and even more well known.